What is up, guys? This is the MMA Neighborhood. I'm Devin.
And I am Steven.
And we are back with UFC 273, Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie, baby, for that featherweight title.
And before we continue, we haven't done this in a while because neither of us have really been drinking. But here, cheers to you, Devin.
Cheers to you, and cheers to the MMA Neighborhood. Also on the card, we have another title on the line between Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling for that bantamweight title rematch we've all been waiting for. But before we get cracking into those two title fights, who are we starting off with on this main card, Steve-O?
Now, see, this is what I have a problem with. Maybe this is just UFC.com, or if this is the actual lineup for this card, it's highly skewed. In the early prelims, you have Aleksei Olenek versus Jared Vanderer. Which, why is that on the early prelims? And then on the prelims,
it was originally placed on the main card, right?
Okay, that's what I thought.
Right.
And then the prelims, you have Rosenstruck versus Marcin Tybura.
Also, why?
And that's not even headlining the prelims.
Yeah.
Okay, and now let's go with the main card. The first fight. You guys want to know what the first fight is? Vic Pichel versus Mark Madsen. Now you tell me. Now I know who Vic Pichel is because we've seen him fight before, Devin. We've seen him fight before, and he actually was pretty good.
Okay.
Versus Mark Madsen, don't know who the fuck he is though.
Yeah, who the
fuck? Why is this? Does UFC have it wrong, or
I'm hoping they do, because to start the night off with some two nobodies when they have plenty of name value on the prelims, some big boys that we want to see get in that cage.
Exactly.
We are now might get fucked over by the UFC.
Okay.
We'll see, but maybe the website is wrong. But we're not gonna break down that fight because we don't know the guys.
Well,
so
we do know Vic Pichel, which he's the dude with the push broom. If you know that from prison slang, you know what I'm talking about. But he's a beast, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know the Mark Madsen. But so we're just gonna skip that one, and we're gonna go straight into the second fight of the main event card.
Right.
Mackenzie Dern versus Tecia Torres.
Ooh, the ladies' night, baby. I love this fight. This is a hot one, baby.
Dude, this is good.
Mackenzie Dern coming off a great, I think coming off that submission armbar win last year was freaking really nice of her. I really thought she did well last year with that armbar. Tecia Torres doing pretty well. What's Tecia looking like right now?
Well, first of all, Mackenzie Dern's coming off a loss versus Marina Rodriguez.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
You're talking about Nina Nunes with the submission armbar.
She got the... Oh, you're right. So she's coming off the loss before she had the armbar.
Yes.
What about Tecia Torres? What she's coming off of?
Tecia Torres was a hot commodity when she first... sorry, I was getting a call. She was coming off a hot commodity fight versus Michelle Karate Hottie Watterson, being 10-0. And then she lost 4 straight versus Jessica Andrade, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Zhang Weili, and then Marina Rodriguez. And now she's on a 3-fight win streak versus 2 kind of nobodies. And her last win was against Angela Hill. Decision win.
Cool.
Which is a big win. Angela Hill is no fucking slouch.
So at this point, both girls aren't really any position to get the title, but this is a good fight for both of them. We got a nice classic matchup with a striker in Tecia Torres versus the grappler in Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah.
And I like it, baby. I like both girls, actually, and it's hard for me to pick, but I'm kind of leaning towards Mackenzie Dern as long as she can get Tecia on the ground and do what she does best and submit that girl.
I will say I will agree with you with going with Mackenzie Dern. Sorry, I got people blowing me up. So sorry. I'm going with Mackenzie Dern just because her stand-up has been more calculated. She has been a lot more patient. I do like the fact that she's not relying, as you say, as you're hoping she gets her to the ground. I'm hoping she doesn't just rely on her grappling and ground game to finish fights, because she has been doing great with the stand-up. The only problem with her stand-up is her last fight was against Marina Rodriguez, who is on a fucking tear, who I definitely think can be the next champion of that division.
Damn.
And their both losses were to Marina Rodriguez.
Nice. So Dern, I mean, she does look better with her stand-up. It's not the best still. It still needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
And the reason why I said she probably should get it down early is because Tecia Torres is just too much of a beast with her stand-up. And you ain't standing bang with that girl, bro. I'm telling you right now. She needs to get Tecia to the ground. She needs to get her clinched up against the cage, bring her down, take her to the water, and drown her.
I think you're underestimating Mackenzie Dern's stand-up.
I don't know.
For sure, 100%.
I think you're overlooking Teisha Torres. The tiny tornado is going to come in. Flashy, kicky, but she's going to be too fast, too strong for Mackenzie Dern.
Hey. But you're peaking Mackenzie Dern, right?
How did you know?
Yeah, because you already said it.
Yeah, I'm going Mackenzie Dern. I'm going with a second-round armbar or second-round submission. And it's going to be difficult. Like I said, Teisha Torres is no joke, and she could easily light Dern's ass up.
I think this is going to be a great matchup, but I think Teisha Torres is just too much around the corner to be prime, and I think this is Mackenzie Dern's time to really shine with her stand-up and shine with her ground game and grappling. I see some dirty boxing in this fight, to be honest with you. But with that being said, I think we're going to move on to the next fight.
Yes.
The meat and fucking potatoes.
So you got Dern in that one, right?
Yeah, of course. Decision win.
Decision. Okay. Meat and
Decision
potatoes, yes. And this one's beefy, baby. Hazmat? Hamzat.
It's Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat something.
Chimaev.
Whatever
it's
I believe
Hamzat.
in.
Well, we're gonna get this right. Usually we get it right after we fuck up the podcast. We come back with the correct pronunciation. But since we're gonna start it with the fuck up, I want to go with Hazmat right now or Hamzat. This boy's got all the hype in the world right now.
No, not these boys.
No, this boy has all the hype in the world right now. Hazmat Chimaev is a killer, dude. He goes in, he doesn't take any damage. He just goes in, he finishes his opponent. I think he's only been punched like twice in his last 4 fights combined.
Yeah.
And yeah, the boy's a fucking wrecking ball. He's coming in destroying people. Now, mind you, he is taking on number motherfucking 2, Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is also, you know, a great, amazing, well-rounded fighter, and he's no joke. And this is a huge step up in competition.
This is a massive.
For Hazmat.
This is a jump. This is a huge jump. Honestly, a lot of people are on Hazmat's hype train.
Yeah,
I believe even you, Devin. Correct?
I mean,
yeah,
I'm starting to like it. You know, I'm liking it. This will definitely get me hopped on. If he goes in there and destroys Gilbert Burns like he says he's gonna do, like he's gonna smash him or whatever, I'm down for it. You know, as long as it's entertaining, he don't lay and pray. I'm down for this guy.
Now there's okay. I asked that question because I am not on the hype train.
Okay,
I am not. He's faced a bunch of nobodies except for my boy Lee Jingling that he faced last time. That I went for Lee Jingling in that because I thought Jingling could handle it on the ground or standing up and keep it standing up. But no, we did not see that. We saw Hazmat pick him up and put him to the other side of the fucking octagon.
He ragdolled that boy.
It was a sight to see.
He Matt Hughes them, bro. He lifted him up, threw him wherever he wanted in that cage.
Hey, first of all, that Matt Hughes, hey man,
he threw him across the ring, bro.
Hey man, that's to be used lightly.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? That's my boy. That's one of my. He's on my Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mount Rushmore.
So how do you see this fight playing now, brother? You got Gilbert Burns. Like this step up is cool because Gilbert Burns. We've been waiting for a guy that has great ground game for him to face because he seems to be mauling through people on the ground. But Gilbert Burns is an excellent black belt in jiu-jitsu, and his pedigree on the ground is amazing. So he's got the ground to possibly counter Hazmat's freaking takedown. So we'll see if it maybe keeps standing, and does Burns have advantage on the stand-up, or do we not know? I don't. What do you feel?
Okay,
bro?
So what I think is a lot of people are overlooking Gilbert Burns' stand-up because we've seen Gilbert Burns knock people out with one hit.
Yeah,
lay him out straight up. You know what I'm saying? And what if you didn't watch the countdown, which I said a few podcasts ago, which I didn't watch the countdowns.
Yeah,
I decided to watch these countdowns, and it actually reminded me that Gilbert Burns was also 10-0. You know, coming in or you know in the beginning of his UFC career, and then he lost to like a kind of fucking nobody. You know. And so that just reminds me: is Gilbert Burns the one to derail this hype train? And you know, to be honest with you, I think Gilbert Burns does hold the technique and the power in the ground game to finish this. But the thing is about Hazmat, they're born bred different. You know what I'm saying? Their skills, their technique, their way of fighting is way different than Brazilian, American, Italian, Sweden. You know what I'm saying? Even though Hazmat trains in Sweden, that's the, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? They are those kinds of people.
So as if you don't know, fucking Steven thinks the Russians are superior. So I mean, and you might be right when it comes to the grappling. They do seem to be superior in that aspect, and that is why though Gilbert Burns has gotten specific training partners for Hazmat from Russia that he will not give out their names because they probably get shot or killed if they betrayed their own kind. Hey, man. But he's got some hardcore Russians in his gym. Especially
with this whole Russian-Ukraine war going on, it's probably bad news if you try to talk about shit like that. You know,
either way, you can't just train. I mean, they're Russian, so it looks bad that they're training, got to beat their own kind. Anyways, what we got. So he's not only got some random Russians in there helping him out. He's also said he even had Usman up in there.
Yes, he does have
helping
Usman
him out.
And just a little tangent. That just screams he's fucking Usman's scared as shit.
Oh yeah, dude, like, I'll help you kill him.
So scared.
I'll help you beat him for me, dude. I'll help you. It does. It's dude, really kind of interesting.
Terrified.
I mean, they did train in the past before.
Yeah, I know, but dude,
why not train a guy to knock off a top contender coming for your head, right?
Come on, baby.
Yeah, he's praying Burns beats this boy.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna be a great. We're gonna all figure it out that night. If Hazmat was worth all that hype or not. This will tell if he's the hype or not.
But do you really think Gilbert Burns is going to be the person do you think Hazmat's going to go to Gilbert Burns, pick him up, and just slam him to the ground? Do you really think Hazmat's just going to bum rush this dude with so much pressure? Gilbert Burns is not going to know what to do.
I think he's going to bum rush him, but I think Gilbert Burns will know what to do. He'll get back up. I think it's gonna be pretty technical, dude.
Okay, do you know what I think Gilbert Burns should do?
What's that?
He needs to counter pressure. He needs to put the pressure right back on him, because I don't think Hazmat, even though we've seen him throw a strike at somebody, a strike, because that's literally all he had to do to knock somebody out. I think Gilbert Burns, his way of victory is to counter pressure, because we all know Hazmat's going to come out pressuring this dude.
Right.
He needs to counter pressure, get right up in his face, dirty box with him, get in there. Really, I hate to say this. I do hate it. Swing for the goddamn fences. You need to swing with everything you have in those first 20 seconds, because you know he's going to come at you hard.
I agree with your first part. I think he does need to take the center octagon. He does need to take control. Not necessarily swing for fences. I don't think he has to go broke. I don't think he has to go for broke right off the bat. I think he's better off just taking the control, putting the pressure, and hopefully Hazmat fades, because we do not know how he is later in the round.
But see, the thing is, the problem with that strategy is that gives him time to sit back, and he's gonna shoot for a takedown. You can't let him shoot for a takedown. You have to pressure him, get right in his face, get right up in there, and throw your fist to his fucking dome piece and knock him out before he even has the chance to think about taking you down.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, because he is of the descent of those
superior Russians,
the Shmesh Russian grapplers. You know what I'm saying?
It's a great matchup.
But look,
it's awesome.
What do you think of this fight? I'm sorry, I went on a pretty long time. I'm sorry.
I think you have great advice for Gilbert Burns. He is the more experienced guy in there. Hands down. Is he gonna utilize it? We've seen like Jim Miller, dude, like lately, just coming, like knocking out these new boys that no one thinks he's gonna finish, and he ends up knocking these guys out. So anything can happen.
Yes.
But I'm gonna hop on the fucking train, dude.
I know you would.
And I think Hazmat's gonna beat Gilbert Burns, bro.
How?
I'm gonna go with a decision though.
Wow.
I think it's gonna test him. He's gonna have to go through the third round. Mm-hmm. He might lose a round, but I think he's going to pull it off.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be complete domination. I think it's going to be a good test. He's going to win, and we'll see what happens. But I'm down for it, man. Let's see what do you guys got? What do you have, Steve? What do you think?
Out of everyone knows who the underdogs are in these next three fights, including this one. And Gilbert Burns is the underdog, huge underdog.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of, I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my body, my spirit. You know what I'm saying? This is like when I called Thug Rose knocking out Zhang Wiley.
Okay.
First round, baby. I think Gilbert Burns is going to really derail this hardcore. He's gonna blow up the train.
My God.
He's gonna blow up the train.
I mean, you think he's gonna jaw drop everybody?
Oh yeah, my boy Gilbert Burns.
He's gonna jaw drop Smish?
Smash. Yes,
I smash him. I kill him all. I kill everybody. Come and bring them. I kill them all same night. Paul said he killed Usman and Leon Edwards same night.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But I do. I'm sorry.
You dying? You all right?
Yeah, dude. I was trimming some weed last week, and all that pollen got in my lungs, dude. It's still messing with me.
You.
Yeah, it smashed me. But I know I do. Out of all of these underdogs in the next 3 fights, I do feel like Gilbert Burns has the highest percentage chance to win his fight, and that's what I'm banking on. I'm banking on the experience. I'm banking on everything, and so
you got.
I'm going with second round TKO, and I think it's gonna shock the world.
Gilbert.
Gilbert Burns.
All right, you got Gilbert. I got Hamzat, whatever his name will be. We'll figure it out next one. But
yes,
we want to know what the MMA neighborhood, that is you, got for this fight.
Yes,
will the hype
up.
train keep going or will it be derailed?
Woo.
And now for the co-main event of the evening. This is the rematch Steve-O and I and the MMA neighbor has been waiting for.
Yep.
It's Peter Yan taking on Aljamain Sterling for that bantamweight title, baby. Because as we all know, the first fight was very controversial. Ended with a knee that some may say was a no contest and some would say it's a DQ.
It was a DQ. It's not even a
so
no
he's got
contest.
disqualified. He loses. Peter Yan loses his belt for it. Aljamain Sterling claims the belt.
Yep.
Then Sterling's out for a while. Has to take care of some long-lasting injuries he's had. While he's doing that, Yan stays a little bit busy, and he takes on Corey Sandhagen for the interim title.
Yeah.
Beating Sandhagen, claims the interim title. Now we have the interim champion, Peter Yan, taking on the champ, Aljamain Sterling, in the rematch that we've been waiting at least a year for.
Yeah.
And I am fucking excited, baby. This is my main event for the night, dude, because, I mean...
Hands down.
Peter Yan's just a freaking Terminator of that division. Let's just get this straight. The boy takes hits. He keeps coming. He's a great counter fighter. He's a great pressure fighter. And he's got sweeps, too. He's got all kinds of tricks up the freaking sleeve. So...
Yeah, so...
But so does Sterling.
The thing about Sterling that everyone loves to forget because of that last fight is the last loss that Aljamain Sterling has was Marlon Moraes when he got knocked out by the head kick.
Yeah, that was a nasty one.
Nasty head kick. But he came back better than ever and stringing up a good win streak.
Right.
Then he fought Peter Yan, and then we saw what happened. Now... What the thing about Aljamain Sterling in that fight, dude, he just wasn't fighting originally creative in that fight. He was very forcing a lot of stuff, and the takedown attempts were very sloppy. I hope he comes back and doesn't. This is gonna be sad to say. I hope he treats that fight as a loss, and he evolves from it, even though how hard that might be, you know. So
definitely,
yeah, you know, just set up the takedowns. He's got better. He has better striking than what was shown in that first fight.
Right.
Peter Yan has amazing takedown defense, and I'm gonna be as bold to say he has the best takedown defense.
I must add. I gotta add to that too.
In that division, hands down.
I gotta add to that.
Handle it, Devin.
He's also a great defensive guy all around.
Yes.
He just knows how to block or parry most of your shots. Even if you let some through, he knows how to take the least damage from your shots.
Yes.
Right? So his defense is pretty fucking solid. That's why I call him the Terminator. This boy can take hits.
And I want to build off that as well. For Aljamain Sterling to work with that, even though, as you said, he's a Terminator. He will block and parry a lot of your shots, but some will get in.
Yeah.
Don't feed into the adrenaline on just wanting to keep going to get something hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pick them apart. Pick them apart. Aljamain Sterling kind of needs to be a Israel Adesanya in this fight. Because if he could slow down, pick his shots, don't throw so many leg kicks because he was getting almost every single one of those in the first fight.
Yeah. Set him up more.
Set him up more and set up the takedowns more. Because he did take him down a couple times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think the adrenaline pumped and then dumped, and that's why after the second round of the first fight, it was kind of slowing down for him.
I agree. I think he came at him with everything in the kitchen, baby. He was throwing everything he had. Volume.
Dude,
His volume was extreme high.
Landed 2 superb flying knees.
Right. He landed some good shots, but his volume was a little too much. It was a little not every shot had a purpose. He's throwing a lot more than he needed to throw, which it gassed him out a little bit more than he needed to be in the third, fourth round where he started fading out. But he did look great, and Jan did look shut down for the most part in the first and second round. He was getting shut down, but the fact was Sterling wasn't doing enough damage to keep Jan shut down, and he started fading because he put on too much ineffective strikes on him.
But I think that's an unfair. I think that's an unfair thing that you just said.
What's that?
Towards Aljamain Sterling, because we've seen Peter Yan face Aldo, Sanhagen, and Sterling. None of them could really put a lot of damage on him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's not nothing against Sterling, I would say. It's just Peter Yan has a iron, granite, diamond chin. Whatever you want to say, he has it. Who can survive 2 flying knees? Well, like you said, solid flying knees and still walk.
Like you said, those flying knees were fucking damaging.
His hands, or no matter what, are glued to his forehead, and he's like this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The only optimal points of entry are straight down the pipe, or maybe some crosses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or hooks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think he needs to. Sterling needs to be more selective with his shots, and not be so leg kick heavy. He needs to throw more head kicks, because those were really working. And I think, as I said before, I know he's not coming off a loss, but he should treat it as such. I think we're going to see an evolved Aljamain Sterling from this.
I hope so. I hope he's more patient with his strategy. Sets more things up. I mean, like you mentioned earlier, like Zhang Weili and Rose Namajunas don't take much, you know, if you set it up right.
Yeah,
you know, you don't have to win volume. If it ain't working, try something else, and use volume, but don't overuse it. Set some more strikes up. The flying knees were critical. They did crack. They did hurt.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely throw that in the arsenal again, and just make sure you got enough in the tank for later on, because Jan's going to play a patient game again. Always. He's going to come in, let him try to blow his gas. Look what he did to Corey Sandhagen. Sandhagen did a similar strategy as Sterling, came in hot, and eventually faded out. And so Jan, I mean, can really sit back and let Sterling try to do the same thing and then come on him at the third, fourth round. But he can't let Sterling get too confident and let him take the whole show away. It's a great matchup. It's a fucking fire matchup. And I love how Jan also, in the later rounds, was throwing in them sweeps, baby.
Yes.
He's able to sweep. So you got this pressure guy like Sterling coming at you hard, and then you can just throw off all his pressure by doing a nice little foot sweep.
Yeah.
And he's on his ass. So, I mean, Sterling's got to find a counter for that sweep too, brother.
Yeah. So basically, we have done kind of like our evaluation of what the fight was and how they were.
And how we think they should do next.
Yes. Now, and that's how I see. Before I rewatched their first fight today, actually, and I was thinking, fuck, what can Sterling do to win this second fight? He needs to pressure him. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, he needs to pressure him. He needs to go. He needs to get in there. And then I watched the first fight. I was like, maybe he doesn't need to pressure him, because he kind of did that the first time. And as you said, Sanhagen did the same thing.
Right.
That's what everybody does against Peter Yan.
More grappling, though.
Okay, but the thing about the grappling is, one, Sterling didn't really set those takedowns up for anything in the first fight. Two, and you're right, he could set him up a little better, and that could defuse
wear him out
Peter Yan a little bit. But what I think what he should do, and this is a risky move, even though everyone knows that Peter Yan's a slow starter, Sterling should start slow with him. Sterling should start slow with him and build up to him. Not to be too aggressive. Save your gas tank for the fourth and fifth rounds, because those are going to be the ones that are going to win the fight, guaranteed in this fight. Guaranteed.
I like the idea. Hopefully he doesn't turn into a Yan fest.
But you know what? But we know he could pick him apart easily, just staying on outside, because Sterling does have 3 to 4 inches of reach on him, longer than Peter Yan. So keep the leg kicks minimal, because he's going to grab those and trip you. As you said, as you complimented Peter Yan with the sweep game, keep the leg kicks minimal. body kicks, body punches, as he did fantastic in the first fight.
Great point, too. Those body shots were working nicely.
Yes, they were working really good, and I think those were actually hurting Peter Yan.
Yeah, those will take your steam out, bro.
Can concentrate on the body punches, body strikes, minimal leg kicks, because he's going to pick those. He's going to get those and sweep you. Head kicks. He had no answer for those head kicks in those first fight, and I think those are a good weapon. Good weapon. Yes, thank you. And then, so as we've broken down this fight, who do you have, Devin?
Well, no, there's a lot, but we love this fight so bad. Honestly, I'm so intrigued, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm sorry we got too into it.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
but this is something we've been waiting to watch so long.
Straight up.
I got Peter Yan. I think he's gonna be able to. I think he's gonna go 5th round. I think it's gonna be. It might even be a split, brother. But I think Jan's gonna get his hand raised. I think Sterling will do better. Will pace himself, but I think Jan's just gonna slightly edge him. I got Yan.
Okay.
By split?
By
split.
By split?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Who do you got, brother?
All right. Well, obviously, I think it's kind of clear who I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have Aljamain Sterling. I had him in the first fight, and he was an underdog in the first fight, and he's going to be a huge underdog in the second fight. I think Aljamain Sterling's going to make the correct adjustments, and he's going to do the correct moves. And I think he's going to be able to possibly, I don't know. I really want to say he's going to finish this fight, but I think it's going to be an upset. Upset decision.
All right,
upset decision.
I'm sure you've forgotten, but just since this fight did end in a controversial way, we took the Shubi out of it. So, are we going to go back to what we did? We said we're going to, if a rematch happened, we would redo the Shubi.
So
Shui's on the line.
So I got Aljamain Shui.
Yes.
You have Peter Yan Shui.
Yes, so Shui's on the line, boys.
All right, let's shake it.
You already know. You already know.
Shake it, baby.
You already know, baby.
God,
so
you and your fucking goddamn
you want to shake it.
You and your sweaty hands.
Shake it.
Hey, but that's man shit.
Hey, let's go, baby. Shui on the line. Let's go.
Yeah.
And it's time for the man of the evening. Alexander Volkanovski taking on the Korean Zombie, baby, for that featherweight title. Let's go. This is the main event. Who do you got, Steve? How do you see this breaking down?
This is such a lackluster fucking fight.
Oh, come on.
This is wow.
Don't kill the steam. Don't kill the steam. First off, don't let this boy kill the steam. Volkanovski is just coming off one of the Fight of the Year nominees last year.
Yeah, with my boy T-City, baby.
This is why he's sour, because
shut up.
If it was T-City right now fighting,
T-City would be fighting Max Holloway. T-City would be fighting Max Holloway. Straight
all right, we're
up.
gonna get there. So, what do you feel about this fight, though?
It's fucking whack, dog.
Ah, man, come on,
shit, dude. Okay. You want me to be something? You want to be something? You want to be the commentator, the analysis right now?
Gotta say something, dude.
I'll say something. Look, Korean Zombie, his last 2 fights where he lost to Brian Ortega in a dominant fashion by Brian Ortega. Then he came back and beat Dan IG.
Yeah.
I can never.
IG.
Can never pronounce his last name. IG.
Yeah.
And look, honestly, he does have a fighting chance. He does. Every fighter has a fighting chance. We've seen Juliana Pena beat Manny Nunes.
Yeah.
We've seen it. We've seen this stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Anthony Pettis knock out Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. We've seen it, and I called that one, by the way. I will always bring that up. And but look, Alexander Volkanovski is on a huge tear. You know what I'm saying? Do we really think there's any chance of this?
Like you said, we never know. You set it out some huge underdogs, which I think Zombie shouldn't be compared to freaking, Venezuelan Vixen and all that shit. But Zombie's got a good shot here. He's powerful in his hands.
Yes.
His ground game's fucking phenomenal. He's a well-rounded MMA fighter. He's been in the top 10 for the last 10 years. He hasn't been cracked out of it.
Yeah.
The boy did get spanked by Brian Ortega, so it's a little shadow on this.
And he's only have one win after that.
But he was supposed to. Yes, okay. But if the Ortega fight, he would have won. It would have been him next.
Yeah, but still,
So he won
that's a whole bunch of what ifs.
No, we already know we should be seeing Holloway and Volkanovski 3 right now.
Yes.
Okay, but Holloway was injured. They booked Zombie. Then Holloway wasn't injured, but Zombie's already booked. So this is what we got. The thing is, Zombie, he's a fucking zombie, dog. You can't kill this guy. He's going to keep coming at you no matter what you throw at him. And he's gamed all the way to the 5th round. And I expect this to be, somewhat of an entertaining fight. I think you're overlooking it. I don't think it's gonna be that slow. I think it's gonna be back and forth. And as saying that, I still believe Volkanovski's gonna show this boy what's up. He has the better attack, better offense, I think, and he has a better way of mixing things up. So Volkanovski, I can see him trying to grapple, throw the overhands, blast on him, put the pressure on Zom. Hopefully he doesn't get caught. With Zombie, I think his best bet is looking for that perfect uppercut and maybe timing one right as soon as Volk comes in. It's one of his best shots. He's used it a couple times in a couple different fights, and it's knocked some people out. And I can see that being a kryptonite for Volk, the way he throws, he dips. So uppercut, be careful. And besides that, I think Volk, dude, look at Volkanovski looks amazing, bro.
Sure.
Look at his last fight. That was absolutely probably his best performance.
Yeah, sure.
And, you know, as much as you and I and the rest of the MMA neighborhood want to see the Holloway trilogy,
that's all we wanted.
That's all we wanted to see him kill a zombie first. So let's see if he's got it.
Motherfucker, this ain't Game of Thrones. You know what I'm
see if he
saying?
can
This
take
ain't
out
Game
the
of Thrones.
zombies.
You have
So
to kill
who-
a zombie to believe.
Since
you know
Steven's out of this
already,
one, he's already gassed out on his main event.
Hold up, fool.
Who do you got, Steven? That's all I want to know.
Hold up.
Let the MMA neighborhood, who do you got?
Now, my question is, I have a few questions. Do we really think Volkanovski's going to use takedowns and all that whatnot? Because as we know from this far, he has, I believe, not one submission in the UFC.
Yeah.
Not one submission.
He's not a submission guy. He's a ground pounding guy.
Yeah, but he has 3 submission wins, just not in the UFC. So no submissions in the UFC.
I don't see a submission coming.
And do we really think he's going to use any grappling at all? You know what I'm saying? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, he likes to tie people up, slow them down. If they're starting to get the best of him, he'll tie them up, slow them down.
Look, overall, I see this being pardon my French, a really boring fight. I see this being a slug to compare to the rest of the card. We're going to see, I guarantee you, we're going to see a banger of a card all the way through until this main event.
I disagree with you. And
I'm sorry. This is how I feel.
I'm going to shit on your pessimistic, optimistic, pessimistic, whatever you have.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, I'm saying Alexander Volkanovski deserves more respect than that. I think he's going to put on a great show. Zombie's a great fighter, too. They always put on some great shows. So I think these guys are going to come to bang. It's Zombie's only probably last chance to get the title, so he's going to give everything he's got. And Alexander's just been looking pretty damn stud lately.
Okay, so we have a Korean Zombie that's been kind of okay as of recent, since he came back from his military obligation in South Korea. Coming back, and he's versing a Australian juggernaut.
Yeah, dude.
Who's been kind of, in my opinion, who's lost one of his fights versus Max Holloway too.
Who do you got, Steve?
Look, who do I got? Volkanovski, even though I hate going for this dude.
I got Volk too, baby. But Korean Zombie, I won't sleep on him, man.
I don't think Korean Zombie's gonna have the pizzazz, the energy to really go after this.
He's a zombie.
I think he's gonna be asleep. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't sleep on him because he might just touch your ass. So look, and you go out sleep, and you go to sleep.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Whatever, dog.
You never know.
You know what?
You never know.
This is a whack main event. You hear this from Steven. Whatever. Volkanovski gonna get an easy win. He's probably gonna get it by points because he's too chicken shit. Whatever.
We'll see, someone's sour about the Ortega fight. Don't let it bother you.
Shut up.
You guys enjoy this card. Close it out for us, Steve-O.
Man, you know what, baby? First of all, you could be like Steven. You need to shut the hell up because you're downplaying the boy Korean Zombie. And you know what? Devin, where the fuck was McGregor?
I know. I kept that one hiding from you all day, huh?
That was kind of like cartoon.
It was a little bit. It has to come naturally, baby.
I know. But everyone, the MMA neighborhood is so appalled because it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I'm appalled. But you know what? I'm sorry. We'll
get one next time.
But you know what? This is the MMA neighborhood. And make sure to like, subscribe, comment, because we love to hear your comments. We don't get enough of them.
Yeah.
You guys need to comment on our shit.
Let's make this neighborhood about us.
Guess what?
You.
Devin, can you tell us where to tell these people where to follow us on YouTube, please?
You can follow us on YouTube at MMA Neighborhood.
And the IG.
MMA Neighborhood _Graham.
And that's it. Can you guys please listen and follow and all that good stuff?
Yes.
Wait for us to come back,
We're back
after UFC 273.
Yeah.
And my name is Steve.
I'm Devin.
And we will catch you all next time.
Have a good one. Enjoy.